Okay, I'm back. I hear somebody sneaking down. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay, Megan. Ah, sorry, guys. Gonna wait for a few people to pop in here. Back. Pop. Just talked to the machinist. That's where I was. I was talking to our machinist. And we kind of gotten screwed again. This is at least partly my fault. So the Chinese have a habit of sending right hand taps instead of left hand taps. I'm pretty sure I checked everything over really good, but apparently I didn't check it over good enough. So the M12 by 1.0 taps for the 660 and for the rod number 3 are right hand instead of left hand, and we're trying to find a solution. They just found this out today because they were doing good right up until this hit. So they the unfortunate thing here is that the M12 taps are not easily sourced. So I have to figure out tomorrow morning at a Granger or MSC or somebody if they have it. It's going to be expensive, and apparently it's not going to be quick to get either. So, um, yeah. So they would be done this week with the tools if we can get a tap, I think. But I got to get the tap. Yep. And I have a whole pile of right-handed taps because the Chinese actually keep sending me right-handed taps instead of left-handed taps, even though I ordered left-handed taps, and it takes 2 friggin' weeks for stuff to show up. So I may be stuck with buying a tap from one of the major supply houses, which means it's going to be pricey. But just from looking at the website, they're not guaranteeing that it's going to be any faster. What's the point? Yeah, I have a Fastenal, but I don't know if they have the metric stuff. I doubt it. But thank you for pointing that out, Larry. It's metric and left hand and oddball, and it just tell you what. Let me look up Fastenal right now and see if they actually have it. I'm gonna do that right this second while I'm live. Straight flute taps. Let's see. Carbide straight flute tap, $279. I don't know if they have a left-handed tap. That's the thing. Limit, material, finish, number of flutes. I don't think Fastenal is going to have it, although it will be a phone call tomorrow. Yeah, you on here you cannot search for handedness effectively. For whatever reason, thread class 2 doesn't say left or right hand. Weird. Anyway, let me screw that for now. I'll look that up myself. This is just stupid. I was darn sure that I looked that over. Oh well. Can Maryland Metrics? Let me look that up. Just going to look this up quick just to see if hardware store in Baltimore. Interesting. Metric hardware. That's cool. Search. M12. Tap. Search. See what happens. Boy, that's pretty terrible. That's a terrible search thing. Thread charts. I don't need thread charts. I just need tabs. Jerks. Just should be able to look up tabs. I'm going to have to call them too. Awesome. Products menu. Master index of pages. Click on it, nothing happens. Technical data. So the website sucks, basically. So I have to call Maryland Metrics. I will actually, thank you, Ken, I will hold on to that. No, M12 by 1.0. They're not local. The ones that are on eBay are in China, and if they send me another frigging one that's, you know, right hand instead of left hand, I'm gonna be so upset. Yeah, M12 by 1.0. just nobody around has the metric stuff. It's just such a pain in the neck. So if Maryland, I'll call Maryland and see what they have, and then both MSC, Granger, and McMaster Carr, all of them say it ships from supplier. So that's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, they might ship it out in December for any money. You know, it's like, oh, come on. So I'm gonna get on it in the morning. I did all this stuff ahead of time, but apparently not. Yeah, 1.0 is not standard. No, it's definitely out there. Ken, that's part of what makes the whole project such a pain in the neck. This whole thing has been a pain in the neck from the beginning. At every freaking turn, I think I've got it nailed, and it just keeps screwing me. It's just, you know, I got tons of people on the list now. Everybody's really waiting for these tools, and I appreciate everybody's patience. But man, you know, I'm literally doing the best I can here. I don't know what else to do. I've tried to do everything ahead of time and have it up front, but it sucks. Yep, here M12 1.0 right-handed taps. Both of these are right-handed. This is not the first time this mistake has been made by different suppliers. Nobody's paying attention. M14 by 1, right-handed. M14 by 1, right-handed. M14 by 1, right-handed. 3 of them. I got one more upstairs. Another one here. M14 by 1, right-handed. I've got 4 of them down here and one more upstairs. Just killing me. So should I dismantle this any further? Or should I just... You know, actually it needs an oil line. I know, the other left hand. I'm going to corner the market. Right, I can corner all the market. Oil line. Yeah, one way or another, I'd like to have it this week. The project would be done this week if we have that tap. Well. So what do you guys think? Should I keep going with this? What should I do? Could pop the flywheel off. Look at the seal there. Probably have, you know, replacing the seals isn't a bad idea. I'd love to split it, but I just don't see the point. I can take the gas tank off, just to take it off, I guess. And clean everything up. Is anybody interested in the saw? Anybody want it for whatever reason? eBay 200 to 550 for a Steel 034 AV. It's an 034 AV, Dan. I hate these damn things. It's like you're guaranteed to bugger something. Crunch. You think that was a good sound? This piece. It's M12 by 1 left hand, Tom. Just so you know. Yeah, I can put an 036 cylinder on there, but the 034 has really great compression. It looks beautiful. You know, if the top end was trashed on this, I mean, it wouldn't hesitate to do a split, but it's just perfect. You know? Yeah, that's the thing. I need M12 by 1 left. It's not easy to find. It's a pain. Oh well. Nobody realizes how much of a pain in the neck this tools project has been. I just can't communicate enough to people. This has really been a pain. To source all this stuff properly is incredibly difficult, and to do it at a reasonable price is even more difficult. Have I mentioned I hate these? Thanks, Craig. Appreciate it. ideally, I need someplace in Connecticut, but in Connecticut, everybody looks at you funny if you say metric. Why the hell would you need a metric tap, you know? Whatever. Push the boot in. Looks like there's a rubber piece over here that I need to pull. And this yellow wire needs to get pulled out too. We go. Impulse line. Oh God. You know, they could just put a little bit of grease on there. They wouldn't be that difficult to do. To clean that. What do you guys think? Hey, Bill. No, I'm not coming to the Philippines. Oh, I bet it's beautiful there. I've been to the Dominican Republic like 8 or 9 times on missions trips. And we do dental missions trips, and I'll tell you what, that is a beautiful place. Just absolutely gorgeous. I imagine the Philippines is pretty, you know, pretty nice too. Yeah, the single point thing was discussed. So there's also thread milling, which he may end up doing. And the bellows here looks perfect. So if anybody's curious, the bellows looks just fine. I don't really need to mess with that at all. Impulse line. I'm going to change it right now. Like I said, Ken, it's a pain. Let's pull the flywheel, because I have the flywheel puller. Might as well use it. course, it'd be good to take the nut off first. Mad. No washer. Oh, hell with that. Yeah, seal looks good. This I can definitely throw in the ultrasonic. Germany. Germany. Yeah, I'll bet I could get good money for that, parting it out. I cannot, I mean, finding a left-hand thread screw would be hard enough. That would be difficult. M12? Anyway. I'm just looking at this thinking, geez, I should part it out. Anybody want me to do a project here? Anybody want me to build this for them? You're willing to put in the money? It'd be a lot. It would be a lot. Clean it up and sell it. Tim, it's not complete. It's not complete, Tim. It's missing, well, here's the list of stuff. Needs a new multifunction switch, new air filter, fuel filter in line, new carbon gaskets, starter bolt was missing, starter pawl. Need to extend the starter cord a little bit. I need a new oiler, a new clutch, a new drum, and all those parts. A clutch cover, an impulse line, which I just put on an oil line, at least. Brandon, what about the X-Torque stuff? What are you talking about? You're talking about basically the Strato versions of whatever. So X-Torque is the Strato intake setup. Is that what you're talking about? If it's just me, I'll stick to the original edition 372s rather than the X-Torques. But that's me. I guess we could do a pressure test on this, but what's the point? We're going to change the seals anyway, right? Yeah, the piston cylinder perfect. Sell it to Ken. Yeah, I should sell it to Ken. The problem here actually isn't the labor. The problem is going to be the parts. The parts to put this thing back together is considerable. So yeah, the Strato versions of the 372, I mean, a 455 Rancher is an X-Torque technically because it's Strato. They have a bunch of Strato stuff. I think even Craig, is the 576 Strato also? They all have like different weirdness going on with the intakes. To me, it's just adds complexity. It doesn't make any sense. And it's really me and laziness not wanting to really understand it. So I just don't see the point. God will get you for that. Ken, you know you want it. You know you want it. Maud. Either way, I'll take the covers off here, I guess. I don't know. Maud. Too young. Could do an eBay parts saw auction. Yeah, I could. How the devil do you get this out? Like that, I guess. Okay. No. Come back. B. Arthur was killer. It would be a quick buck. Sell it to Ken. You're right. Ken has too many tractors though. He's got other problems. thinking. Just thinking. I'm thinking if I sealed this off effectively to do a pressure test, but then went to clean it up, at least it would be sealed, right? I was thinking. No more of that. 28 years. 16 here. I should effectively plug this or put a piece of rubber in there, stuff that, and then wash it off, give it a good soak. Then, like you guys say, you know, change out the seals. That would be a good thing to do at least. And then build it back, but, you know, clean it up and build it back. Just awful pricey. What I should also do is somehow get like a different muffler, because this one is like way too nice to use on this thing. I don't know. Get a different muffler, open it up, you know. Waiting for Dave Lefevre to come on, and maybe he'd want me to open this up good. Okay, let's... Does all new steel chainsaws have Stratocharge engines? Brandon, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. 261, 661, 462. I don't know. Because I don't know the configurations of the motors and the newer stuff. Right now, I really don't care. I'm just, you know, I build this pseudo older stuff here, and that's kind of what I do. All right, let's get some rubber and seal this off, I think. I think I used this last time. Just going to put a piece of rubber between the exhaust outlet and the muffler. Not really trying to do a pressure test here. I just want to get this sort of sealed so that I can wash this off good in the sink. And then what I can do is I can leave this for a pressure test, and when I change out the seals, make sure that it's good. Something to block that. So Almost too big. That'll work. Spark plug. Just hand tight's good. And then drill bit. The impulse line. Take this over the sink and wash it. There we go. Yeah, again, Brandon, not really not my area, so I will hesitate to comment much further. I'm gonna go wash this. I'll be back. I hate undoing the brake band, but I think I'm going to undo the brake band. cleaning up pretty good. I think I'm going to undo the brake band. Come on. Nope. Is John Clark on? I'm going to use your tool here eventually. Yeah, now I can get to this a lot easier to clean it. But it's coming. Be nice if it didn't have the muffler there. It's definitely cleaning up. HomeLink XL2. Actually, I got two ideas of stuff I can do with this saw. So, coming up with ideas, guys. That's better. It ain't perfect, but it's better. Who wants to do a pressure test? Dr. Wilson, West German Special Edition. Actually, I know a guy that might want it, number one. Number two, I can always talk to another guy who does a lot of these, so, which I will probably end up doing. Where is my MIDI vac? It's not in there. Guys are supposed to be like, oh, it's over on the blah, blah, blah. You're just not looking for it. Yeah, I know. Okay. It's on the ground. I should have noticed. Guess I can do the pressure test. Why not? Oh, wrong one. Where's the other tip? Ah. Down here. I'll bet I could actually get $200 for this. Sitting the way that it is. Some dingleberry would buy it for that off of eBay. It's funny, the thing's gonna come shooting out of there. Why does it not want to go further in? It should go one more stage in. Nope. Well, that ain't gonna do it. Normally I put the carburetor on, but that doesn't work here. You have to put the tank back on. Yeah, that went in. Okay. Where am I losing pressure? plug. Let's see. There's 8 pounds. Let's check the seals. Nothing on the seals. 0. Base gasket appears to be good. Nothing on that seal. Nothing. We're good. Take care, Brandon. Oh, you're not leaving? You said later, so I assume you're leaving. Sorry. Anyway, so I'd say the pressure test is good. 8 pounds holding. So if that's good, we can check back. Yeah, that's a pass for sure. So can absolutely change out the seals just because they're old, but other than that, this saw needs new rubbers, probably new carb, obviously the missing pieces, and hopefully it'll be back in business. $50 for parts. I don't know, Brandon. See, the thing is, all I have to do is take this cylinder head off and put that on eBay, and $10 says that I'll get the whole pile for that just by itself. It's only 4 little lonely bolts. Yeah, it cost me $80 to send David his saw, and he don't even have a bar for it. He knows it's free. Yeah, I know it's free to me. I just spent 2 hours on the darn thing, fiddling around with it. Pull this out of here. Works pretty good, actually. Okay. This boot is probably $40 by itself. Good thing it's fine. I know who will pony up some money for this saw. I have an idea. So I'm gonna make a phone call tomorrow and see if this guy's interested. And if he is, then I gotta go buy a whole pile of parts. So I don't know. I guess I'll call it a night. That's got to be it for tonight. I got to go put the kids to bed, get to bed myself. Already took a nap around 5 o'clock, but that's beside the point. So for those guys that are here about the tools, more bad news on the tools. We had M12 by 1.0 right-handed instead of left-handed taps for some dumb reason, even though I could have sworn I checked. So we're trying to order those as fast as possible. No problem, Patrick. Any other questions while I'm here? Yeah, new job soon. So probably we're thinking. I think I'm thinking Wednesday. So new job soon, and we'll keep you guys posted. I don't know what's on the agenda for tomorrow night. I don't. It's gonna be a rainy day tomorrow here, so I'm gonna focus on hopefully getting stuff for the tools all squared away and figuring out what to do with this, among other things. And of course, I gotta send out some chains tomorrow. Anyway, Craig, thanks for the email and appreciate it, guys. And if anybody wants information, they can email me. Here's my email again. Thomas John, good night, and thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you. We'll see you later.